So now in trigonometry, this topic that we are going to learn today is called as the angle of elevation and depression. Okay. Based on this and using trigonometry, we are going to find out the values of the height of a tower or a distance between two boats or distance between two cars. These will be application based questions. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, before understanding, can you tell me a few questions I have? So our first question is, you have to tell me, it's a right angle triangle that you see here. This angle is theta. So opposite to theta is called as what? Side always. Opposite to theta is what side? O means?
Opposite.
Opposite. What is this?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Then?
Adjacent.
Then this is called adjacent. Okay. Opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent. Okay. Then can you tell me the ratios which are there? Sine, theta, sine theta,
tan cos.
sin cos theta and tan theta. Correct? These are the three things that we are aware of. Okay. Sin theta is what?
Opposite upon hypotenuse.
Opposite. How do you remember?
Toa.
Okay, so opposite upon hypotenuse. What about cos?
A upon h.
Adjacent upon hypotenuse. And tan?
And O upon a.
O upon a, which is? You have to tell me the full forms.
Opposite upon adjacent.
Opposite upon adjacent. This part is the basic that we are going to use. Okay. Then the next thing that we want to use is, now Arsh, I want you to keep your face as straight as possible. You will not move your neck. And I want you to look up to the ceiling. Look up on the ceiling. So what did you do with your eyes? Did you move it up or down?
Up.
Up. So let's say this is your eye. We are going to look at the eye movement that you just did. This is your eye. And you want to look at something on the ceiling here. So you had to, and whenever we are going to do that, we will always make a line that is called as the baseline. What are we going to make? We are always going to make a line that's called your reference line or the baseline. Okay. And then we will make an angle towards this particular thing that you want to watch. This is what you want to see. So you had to, because you were looking up, that's why you elevated your eyes. So I will call this angle which is made as, I call this as theta, and this is called the angle of elevation. Okay. Now we are going to look at something else which is kept here. You're able to hear me, right?
Yes, miss.
And I want you to look which is down on the floor. What happens to your eye movement from the baseline? How are you looking? You're looking down. And when you're looking down, that angle again is theta, which is what angle?
Depression.
That is depression. That is angle of depression. I changed the name because I want to call it something else. So I call it angle alpha. This is depression. What does this depression mean? Yeah, that means you're taking your eyes down. So angle of elevation and angle of depression. Are there two words here?
Yeah.
And can you tell me one very important thing, that this angle is being made where? With what line? With which line this angle is always?
Line of sight.
The line of sight. Huh? What did you say? Line of?
Line of sight.
Line of sight is this line on which you're looking at. This becomes your reference line or the baseline. Am I clear? Baseline or reference line. And this is the line of sight. This is the line of sight. You're looking at this side.
Yeah.
This is also line of sight. The angle is being made between the baseline and the line of sight. Baseline and the line of sight. This is very, very important. I hope this part is clear to us.
Yes.
Okay, now let's look at a question. Okay. Yeah, wait. Okay, one important concept, one more thing. You are at the top, okay? And I'll take with an example here. Let's look at the first question. Can you read it out for me?
From a point 235 meters of a cliff, the angle of elevation to the cliff top is 25 degrees. Find the height of the cliff.
From the point 235 meter from the base of a cliff. Okay, you can see the diagram here, right? The diagram is given luckily for us. From a point 235 meter from the base of the cliff. Where is the base of the cliff? What is the base here? What is the cliff here?
Miss, here it's angle of elevation. You'll use tan to.
Can you hear me?
Miss, can you hear me?
No, I think your voice was gone. I couldn't hear anything in between. Can you say it again?
So Miss, here it's an angle of elevation and you'll use tan to find it.
You will use tan to find it. Very good. So how do you use tan to find it? Can you give me a...
T equals O upon A, and you have tan 25 equals
One
O
second.
upon
I will write. What is what?
T.
I will use tan theta. You said tan theta. And theta is how much? Theta is how much given? How much is it given to us? 25 degrees,
Yeah,
right? So I'll write tan 25 degrees is equal to how much? TOA.
O upon A.
O
Here we
upon
don't
A.
have O.
O is how much? We don't know. So can I take it as X? Can I take it as X, which we don't know? O is X. This part we are taking as X. Okay. Upon A. How much is A?
235.
235. 235. Can you give me your answer for X?
X equals 235 times tan 25.
Tan 25 degrees is equal to how much? X. Give me the answer.
Yes. It's 109.58.
109.58 meters is your value for X. That's your answer.
To put as three significant figures, what would you put it?
If you want to put it as three significant figures, it becomes 110.0. 110 it will become 110.0.
Yeah.
110. You round it off, right? It is 109.58. So it becomes 110.
Yes.
And then you need to put the decimal also. Otherwise, it won't become a captive zero. Okay. Only when it is a captive zero, it is counted. I want you to read the next question now.
A 5-meter ladder reaches 4.2 meters up a wall. What angle does the ladder make with the wall?
Okay, so for this, no diagram is given. So we can't do these questions without a diagram. You have to make a diagram. Okay. So this is the wall. This is the ground. And let this be the ladder. Okay. Yeah. What is the ladder? Ladder is how much? What is the length of the ladder?
5 meters.
So ladder will be the hypotenuse, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wall, which is the wall?
4.2. 4.2 will be the height.
4.2. Okay. What angle? You're supposed to find this angle. Let's call it theta.
So Miss, here you'll use O and H. So sin x equals 4.2 upon 5.
So can I say sine theta is equal to O upon H. O is 5 H
No,
is,
Miss, O is 4.2.
sorry, yeah. O is 4.2 and H is 5. O is 4.2, H is 5. What is the answer? 4.2 divided by 5?
1 second. Zero 0.84.
It is 0.84, right? Now, but what are we supposed to find? We had to find theta. So to find out theta, what do we do? Theta, sine theta, we got as 0.84. So to find theta, we keep theta here. We take sine on the other side. So it becomes sine inverse 0.84. Did you get this?
Yeah.
Okay, now go to your calculator.
Yeah.
Press sine inverse. Press sine inverse. In a bracket, write 0.84.
57.14.
57.14. So theta is equal to 57.1 in 3 significant figures.
Yeah.
Got it? Got it? Is that clear?
Yes, Miss, I got it.
Okay. All right. Then we move to the third question. Okay. Third question says the angle of elevation from a row. Can you read it? I want you to read it, please.
The angle of elevation from a rowboat to the top of a lighthouse is 25 meters above sea level is 6 degrees. Calculate the horizontal distance. Um, Calculate the horizontal distance from the boat to the lighthouse.
I want you to make the annotations on my screen. How will you make the diagram? I just want the diagram first.
Wait, Miss, they haven't made it. Okay. So, Miss, this will be looking up, and we'll have the height as 25 and the theta as 6.
Please make the diagram here. Make your diagram here.
Yes, just 1 second. Miss, that's supposed to be 6 degrees.
Absolutely correct. All right. So this is your diagram. This you said is 25. This angle is 6 degrees, correct?
Yeah.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Now this is 6 degrees. And what are we supposed to find out?
The distance, so the base.
We have to find the distance. So what are we, can I just name it? I'll call this triangle as A, B, and C. So what is the distance from the base?
B to C.
B to C I have to find out. Okay. Now what do I do? How do we find B and C?
Um,
Can I call BC as X?
so here you have O and A, so you'll use tan.
Tan.
Tan 6 equals.
Let's write the tan theta is equal to how much? First, tan theta is
O upon A.
opposite upon hypotenuse.
No, Miss.
Then O upon A, which is
A.
opposite upon adjacent.
Yes, Miss. So then we have tan 6 equals 25 upon X.
Tan
And we
6
have.
is equal to 25 upon X, which
So
means.
now we have X equals 25 upon tan 6.
Very good. 25 upon tan 6. Now what you do is write 25 in your calculator, just do it step by step. 25 divided by bracket tan of 6.
Miss, why bracket tan of 6?
Make a habit of putting brackets, because otherwise sometimes the calculator doesn't understand what you're asking. It will give you, so make sure one operation will put in one bracket.
So Miss, it's giving me 237.8.
237.85, right?
5. Yeah,
Three significant figures will become
238.
238. This is 3SF. Clear?
So Miss, here we'll add 238 with a
With the,
decimal point, right?
we don't need decimal here. We need decimal point only, like it was 110 and I told you 110, the zero is not counted. So for that you need to put a decimal so that this zero gets counted. Otherwise it is not a three significant figure. No, zero is not counted otherwise. Unless it is a captive zero. That's why. Not in this case. It's just 238. All three. No zeros here, no? So all three are counted.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Next, now the question number 4.
From a vertical cliff 80 meters above sea level, a whale is observed at an angle of depression of 6 degrees. Find the distance between the observer at the top of the cliff and the whale. So here we have the triangle with the height being 80, and the theta being 6.
Okay, now here I want to tell a very important concept. Okay. Suppose you're talking about angle of depression and your angle of depression is like this. Here, this is theta. Okay. But whenever we make a triangle, we need this triangle. We need this triangle. Now you know that this side and this side, these two are going to be parallel to each other. So if this is, parallel line property, right? That if this angle is theta, then this angle is also theta. What is it? How, by which rule? These are alternate interior angles. So we have to always apply this rule. Alternate interior angles. Clear? This point is clear? So whenever you're making this, so here angle of elevation was given to us, but what are we doing? We are going to make the angle. If this is theta, we have to first make this as theta by saying that since they're alternate interior angles, even this is theta, and then start your calculation. Okay. So in this question also, this was theta, angle of elevation. So this line and this line are going to parallel to each other.
Yeah.
Right? Again, look at it. This line and this line are going to be parallel to each other. And if this angle is 6 degrees, then this angle will also be 6 degrees. How? Because it's angle, these are alternate interior angles.
Yes, but I don't want to use the bottom triangle at all. Like,
why? Because we have to find the distance of the whale. How will you find without using the bottom angle?
Miss, instead I would 1 second, I'll draw it.
You will draw a triangle. You want to do,
I would just do this.
you can do that also.
But I have 8, and here we can use again tan 6 equals 80 upon a. And
okay, that's also correct. No problem in that. Absolutely correct. But sometimes the figure becomes so complicated. Sometimes the figure becomes so complicated that you want to actually bring it down to the base. So you always, this fact also what I told you. This question was fairly simple. But if there are 2-3 different things that you're finding out, then it will become little complicated, the figure, and you're also constructing something else on top of it. So then you should know what I told you as well. All right. Clear? So either you use, you get to the same thing. Either you use it like this. the way we just said, you make this as 60 degrees, sorry, 6 degrees. This is 80. This angle and this angle are equal. That's why. Otherwise, this is 80 and this you find out, you get the answer straight away. Or what you did had a few extra steps. What was it? You said that you're going to make this triangle like this. You're going to make the triangle like here. And this also is 80. This is X. So you find out what is X and that will give you the value of this X, correct?
Yeah.
Can you give me the final answer for this one?
It's 80 upon tan 6.
This is the opposite. And this is the adjacent, right? So you said tan 6 degree TOA is opposite, that is 80 upon X. So X is equal to 80 upon tan 6 degrees. And that is 80 divided by tan 6 is how much? What's your answer?
761.
761.14, which you will write in 3 significant figures as 761. 3SF. Clear?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next.
A train traveling up an incline of 4 degrees travels a horizontal distance of 4 kilometers. How much altitude has the train gained? So here we're trying to find height.
A train.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the theta is 4 degrees.
You make your figure here.
Okay.
Question number 5. It's theta.
Theta, yes.
Theta.
Yeah, so you will use tan again. So we have tan 4 equals h upon 4, and from 4 times tan 4 equals h, and yeah.
Okay. So you said you will use tan theta is equal to TOA, right? So TOA. Opposite is H. Adjacent is 4. That should be equal to tan 6 degrees, correct? 6 degrees is the value, right? 4 degrees. No, sorry. 4 degrees, right? So H would be
4 times tan 4.
4 times tan 4 degrees, which is equal to
I'll just say 0.27.
0.279.
So 0.2.
279. That is in, what is this answer in kilometers, right? 0.27. We will go up till one more digit as of now because this many kilometers. Now, which is equal to how many meters? Because it's coming to be less than 1. So we will rather convert it.
280 decimal point.
First, make it into meters, which is how many meters? 279.7 meters, which is equal to 280.0. You will have to make this 0 as capital 0 meters. That's how it becomes 3SF. So this 0 is counted, but this 0 is not counted. Always remember this. Okay, that's your answer for you, this one. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, ma'am.
280. Okay. Next question. Sixth one.
At the entrance to a building, there's a ramp for wheelchair access. The length of the ramp is 5 meters and it rises to a height of 0.5 meters. Find the angle
0.6
theta
meters.
that the ramp makes to the ground. So, Miss, can I make the angle?
Yeah. I think the question is given here.
Oh,
The diagram is given.
so Miss, here we'll use, we have O and H. So now we can use sin theta equals 0.6 upon 5.
Okay. So you're using for the sixth question, you're using what?
Sin
Okay. Sin theta is equal to
0.6 upon 5.
so O upon H.
Yeah,
Okay. So O is what?
0.6.
0.6. H is what?
5.
So from here, theta would be
Theta is sin
okay.
inverse
Very good.
0.12.
0.6 divided by 5 is 0.12. Right? So theta would be how much?
The answer is 6.92.
9 inverse of 0.12 is how much? 6 point theta is equal to 6.892, and that will become approximately 6.89 in 3SF. Clear?
Yeah.
Last question for the day.
A goalpost was hit by lightning and snapped in two. The top of the post is now resting 15 meters from its base at an angle of 25 degrees. Find the height of the goalpost before it snapped.
So
So
do you
here,
see this has got snapped here? The diagram is given.
Miss, here we can use tan.
We can use, but did you understand what happens here in this case? So
Yeah,
just draw
just
something
use
here.
tan.
This was the goalpost before the lightning hit. Okay. After the lightning hit, what happened? This thing broke from here. So it's something like this and like this. Did you
All
get
right.
it? It broke from here. From here it broke. So the
But no, that matters to us.
entire height. Did you get my point? First, it was, I'll just remove this one thing here. 1 second. This was the goalpost, which is earlier not a triangle.
Wait, Miss, can you show the question again?
I'll just show you. This is how it was. Question number 7.
Um,
And now it broke from here, from this particular point. This thing came down.
But we didn't know that it was hit directly into, like
Yeah,
directly in two halves.
no, we don't know it is directly in two halves or not. We don't know, but it was broken. So that's the question is asking us, what was the full height is what the question is asking.
Because here we have to calculate hypotenuse plus height.
Absolutely. Very good. So if I call this as hypotenuse and this as h, the full goalpost, this whole thing will be h plus h. That will be the entire height, isn't it?
Yeah.
That will be the height of the goalpost. So I'll just call this as x and y rather than calling it as
But here we'll
h
use
and h.
cos and tan.
Yep, we will see what we will use. I'm calling this as x and this as y. So entire height would be x plus y. है Height would be
Plus y.
x plus y will be your height of the goalpost, isn't it? Now we have to do both. This we know is 25 and this is 15 meters. Now you tell me. It's quite easy. Find x
Miss,
and find y.
tan to find y. So tan
Tan
25
25 is equal to,
y upon 15.
which means y is
Y times tan 25 equals, I mean, 15
15
times
times.
tan 25 equals y, and yeah, that's how you get y. And for x, uh, it's
So y is how much? Why did you, let's calculate also together.
yeah,
So 15 times tan 25. How much do you get?
6.994.
6.994. So I'll just write it as y is equal to 6.99. I'm writing everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Meters. What about x?
This uses cos.
Cos
This will
25.
be um
Ka. A upon h. Adjacent is how much?
15
And h is how much?
x.
So how do we find x?
X is 15 upon cos 25.
15 upon cos 25, which is equal to
1 16.55.
16.550 meters. Now total height is equal to x plus y,
Yeah,
which is how much? 16.550 plus 6.994 meters, correct?
yeah.
16.550 plus 6.994. You're getting as 23.544 meters, which is in three significant figures, it becomes. That's your final answer.
That's,
Clear? Is that clear?
yes, miss.
Find the height of the goalpost before it snapped. So before it snapped, it was 23.5.
Yeah,
Got it? And
yeah,
after it snapped, it was not in two halves, if you can see. One portion is 16.550, other portion is 6.994. It's not in equal halves.
yeah.
Clear? Clear?